First question goes to Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Evan, after a full preseason under your belt and coming back from a day off, how do you feel the team's focus and preparedness is for the start of the regular season?
Thought it was a good practice. We really focused on Miami, what they do, especially on the defensive end. So, we have another day to get ready, but I think we're all just excited to play. It's been a long off season. It's been a weird year, so we finally get to play at home. It's been a while, so I think we're all happy.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Evan, what is the team's expectation for itself out of this season?
Good question, Josh. You keep asking me that question every year, and I have
Sorry, man.
the same answer every year. I think for us, it's always about tomorrow, and really today. So today we had a good practice, and obviously we are looking ahead to the game on Wednesday against Miami, but the main goal is really to play one game after the other and play the best basketball we can play. And I've said after the bubble that what we need to do is put us in a better position during the regular season. So I think the key for us is to take one game after the other, and it starts on Wednesday.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Kind of on that front, obviously it's been a shortened preseason, a shortened prep time for the regular season to begin. Does it feel like, like physically, mentally, you're ready for the regular season to begin? How does this compare to what previous years have been like?
I think the mental aspect of it plays a huge part. I think if you are looking forward to play and if you are looking forward to start things again, then you have a lot of energy and you can go past through the fatigue and all that. I think if you are dragging your feet to just go to practice and feel like you had a short off season and stuff, that's where stuff can get hard for you. So I think attitude has a lot to play with how you feel and how you attack things right now. And attitude for us has been good so far. So that's really how I feel about it. I'm pumped. I really am. Just being at Amway, even though we don't have the fans, it feels good. It feels good. It feels right. And it's been a while, so I think again we are all excited.
Dante Marchitelli, Fox Sports Florida.
Evan, good to see you, man. You mentioned a few minutes ago how weird this year has been. How when you take a step back and look at how strange this all is and what you guys have gone through just to be able to open the doors on Wednesday night and play a basketball game, how strange is everything still, or you continue to get used to it more and more each day?
I think the fact that we are back to, I would say, almost a regular routine. So just coming in every day, practicing here, having a game, on the main court. It feels like things are almost back to normal. Obviously, not having the fans and having to do, like all those tests. It's kind of a reminder that things aren't the same. But as long as we can play on the main court, we have a regular schedule, et cetera, I think, it helps us getting into a rhythm. It doesn't feel like we're in the bubble anymore, obviously. The fact that we're going to be allowed to travel and go to different arenas is great. We've all missed it. So really, I'd say the part where it's like kind of weird to us is, for example, those areas we have in the locker room where it's just like individual parts or the early testing we have every day where we have to wait 40 minutes before practice, but those are really details, so basketball is the most important thing, and it's great to just be back out there.
Great, thanks.
Back to Josh Robbins.
Apologies, Evan, if I've asked you this before, but at least a year's passed. You're still a young man, just 28. Yes, but on this team, you're a voice of wisdom. How difficult or unusual is that for you to get used to, that people look to you for guidance and wisdom and leadership?
I don't think people really look to me for guidance. I think, we have a group where we have multiple voices, and we can all help. Like, even if you're a young player, you can still help somehow, some way. And I think as you get older, it's not necessarily about being more of a leader, because you just have to stay true to yourself. I've always been, a leader by the way I practice and the way I do things. Lead by example. I've always done that, and I'm going to continue to do that, because that's who I am. And if, by the way, I can help, the younger guys, if they have questions or everything, or if I see something, I'm going to talk to them. But I'm going to stay true to myself and just trying to lead by example.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Evan, kind of along those same lines, just talking to Michael a little bit ago, he was discussing the fact that, you guys are able to communicate with each other really well at all different levels. How comfortable do you think you guys feel being able to have a conversation about whatever it is going on the floor? And why do you think that level of conversation is important going forward?
It's key to any team. You have to be able to set up yourself, we have to be able to communicate truthfully, especially about what's going on the floor. I think we have a bunch of guys that are really open-minded and aren't stubborn or too sensitive. So we can really talk to each other. I've been playing with Aaron for 5 years now. So we know each other really well. So I think the fact that it's year 3 for us with Cliff, talking about Kel, myself, AG, Vooch, Mike, Kim. We know each other. We've been through a lot together, and we can just communicate truthfully. And we're gonna need to talk, and we're gonna need to communicate to have a good season.
Dan Savage.
Evan, you talked about as a team, wanting to play Magic defense, getting back to that defensive focus mindset. How important is it to especially start the season that way in a truncated off season where guys are still trying to find their legs offensively? It may not be quite in the same offensive rhythm that they would be at other times of the year.
You know what, Dan? I think times has changed. I think now it's actually harder to get your rhythm going defensively. Guys are so good now offensively. Just look at the bubble. The bubble guys kept scoring 120 each game. The game is different now, so teams are going to come out and they're all going to be ready to shoot and score big points. So we're going to have to be the team that starts really playing defense first and get stops, because that's how we get going offensively. It's key for us because that's our identity. That's how we build the team. On defense, Cliff is a defensive-minded coach, and that's who we want to be.
Any other questions for Evan Fournier today? Thanks, Evan.